Good evening, world. Today we're not just addressing Zambia alone, but the world as a whole. Amid our crisis of this whole coronavirus that's going around, some people like me have other things to think about. Thank God. And what I'm talking about today is the love I have for my wife. The reason I'm saying this, and I've never said it before on any video, I've never made any video in the past or gone live to express how I feel, is because I know one thing for sure. What I feel is real. Okay? It is the realest feeling any man could ever feel. A lot of men out there have told women the sweetest of words. This I know. They would die for them. They would swim oceans. But to be honest with you guys, because honesty is the only way to please God, what I feel is unique. What I feel is genuine. What I feel is love. You know? It's something so strong. And I'm going to tell you why. So listen carefully as we sit here and I express how I feel, because I can do this all day and all night. Okay, my name's Walter Mulwanda, and I'm known as Mr. Mulwanda, and I'm happy for that because of one woman alone that has made me feel this way from the time we met till now. Like literally, even just from the way we looked at each other, we stared at each other, or stare at each other, if that's past tense for some of you who don't speak English. We stare at each other all night long. And it was so magical and so amazing that even my boss was like, hey, are you okay? You know? And for those who know me, okay, and those who don't, I want to give you now a full brief history about me. Growing up, I never grew up from a poor home, and I thank God for that. Okay, I came from a really good home. My dad had one of the most respectable jobs in the world. He worked at the CIA, the FBI. My mom worked at the United Nations. So growing up, I was never deprived of anything. I never slept hungry. If I was tired of walking to school, I'd go by vehicle. I was taught morals, and I was given a lot of freedom. You know what I mean? Some freedom that I abuse. That's why I have a lot of tattoos. But I accept that. And my parents still love me for that. And I appreciate it. You know? I went to the best schools. I learned the best way to write. I speak several languages. You know what I mean? And little did I know is that God was preparing all these things and putting all these things together to make me the perfect man for my wife. Okay? Like, guys, if only you knew what I've been through and how I feel right now, how grateful I am, regardless of what people may say. You know, people may say I'm after her money, or I'm just a Ben 10, or, you know, I'm just playing around, but none of that gets to me. And I'm coming out openly because I'm proud of what I have. And when you're listening to other people gossiping, remember this: I am proud of what I have, who I am. And all this was made possible because of a woman called Miriam. Miriam, my one and only. The only woman I'll ever be with till I die. Trust me. You guys will live to say it at my funeral, that this man only had one wife, regardless of what he went through. He only had one wife, you know? And I give myself to you every day, because she gave herself to me. She loved me when I couldn't love myself. I used to be a guy who would work in bars and nightclubs, you know, because I had it rough. I didn't have where to sleep because when I was younger, my dad had to move due to his condition, you know what I mean? But I was left in Africa. My mom died, and I was left and I was stuck. Relatives didn't want to take me in, and I had to learn something. So I learned how to do bartending. And I figured with my logic that I'll work in bars and nightclubs so that at night I don't have to worry about where to sleep. But in the morning, I'll go and sleep even if it's at a friend's house, you know, or sleeping on a couch. I lived that life. I used to sleep on a couch, you know, and it's so touching. I can even cry right now, you guys, and I won't be shy to cry right now. Okay, I get so emotional. when I think about what I've been through, and I think I'm man enough to do this and say this and cry even in front of you guys. I love this woman, okay? Because she took me out of that life. She took me away from that nightlife, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'll never be shy to say that, Like I said, others may say that I'm in it for something or for a good life. God has blessed this woman with a brain and a heart and wealth because she asked him for wisdom. And the wisdom of the heavens is beyond any wisdom that the human beings can comprehend. And that's how you see your life moving. And you'll be able to know the person who's helping you, the being that's helping you, is God himself. But I have noticed, there was a time, guys, when I lost faith in God. I was a non-believer. I cursed the skies, especially after my mother's death. And then he didn't give up on me, As much as I would go to church every now and then, I would feel it in my conscience. God continued to show me his love for me, through her, through Miriam, you guys, And when I told her my story, she remembers when we met how hard it was for me. Yeah, we were paying rent in a nice house, we had DSTV, but it wasn't enough. Times were hard. If you look at where I used to sleep, it was on a bed frame. I was practically on a bed frame, And I invited her over one day, and I said if she's going to love me, she'll love me for who I am. Not
Did you lit candles for me?
Yeah, I lit candles for you. And I lit candles, funny enough, because my room was so embarrassing. I figured I could spice it up by just lighting up candles in a romantic way, and she'll be more distracted by the candles and not the room and the ugly wall I had. And now we have tiles, but I used to have, that lino mat. It's just like a decorated mat, you guys.
It was unique.
Well, yeah, sort of. But it used to smell. It used to keep water and dirt underneath. For those who know what lino mat is. And it's not that I care what Zambian people or people around the world are saying. And I don't even need to go out and ask for favor or look for a bunch of people that agree with me on being young and in love. She may be older than me, but guys, there's truth behind the saying, age is nothing but a number. Okay? When you start to see that this person loves you, true, its age is nothing but a number. Because if age was something but a number, you wouldn't love your 1-month-old baby at your age of 30 plus years or 20 plus years. You wouldn't have that. But what she feels for me is so deep, that age really isn't a number, She makes me feel like I'm older than her. She reminds me of who I am when everyone else, those people who would come to the bar, never did. All they wanted was free drinks and maybe my phone number. But for some reason, all of you women out there who know that I never approached you or we never had anything serious, this is the reason why. I was never into it, and something kept telling me this is not the time. I didn't think the time would come so soon. I could have still been suffering till now. And I'm so grateful to God that I'm not anymore. This woman you see here is more than a woman. She's much stronger than most men that I know out there. And I don't know. Stop it, you confuse me. I'm telling them the truth. She's much stronger than more men that I know out there. You know what I mean? And that's why she's a woman, like a lot of men in one. She's loved me, guys. And for her, I would die. Believe it or not. I would die. I would put my life on the line. I will make enemies with anybody who interferes with me and her. Because I would not lose her for anything. For any amount of money, I wouldn't. Trust me. It's not worth it. You can have all the money in the world, but you'll never be happy. I had so many stories about the times I had been to when I had been to America and around the world, but I never had anyone to share them with. And now I do. And for once, I don't have someone who thinks I'm bragging or something. I love you, Miriam.
I love you.
You brought out so much in me. You brought out the man in me. And other people see it like I'm just gaining weight. But guys, I grew up around money. It's not the money that's made me gain weight. It's the peace of mind. It's the love. That's what love can do, you people, if you don't understand. That's what it can do. It can make you gain weight. You know? If you're losing weight, it's not love. It's depressing. But this woman has taken all that away. You know? And it's just so amazing. Every time I look in her eyes, I remember the day when you caught me by surprise. The day when I made a decision and promised never to ask why. I would never live again if you're not in the afterlife. For you, I would do anything. Trust me, I would even die. For you, I would shed every sweat, blood, and tear from my eyes. I love you, Miriam, and I mean it from deep down in my heart.
I know.
I didn't write it on a paper that can easily be torn apart. This is a love that I knew was true, right from the start. And for you, I'll do anything. I promise. I can go on and on with my poem for you, because you're the reason the sun comes out and the sky turns blue. You're that rainbow after the dark cloud has passed and gone through.
Can you see my teeth?
Yeah. And I love how your teeth are so white and so cute. Guys, she's got the best dental formula in the world. You know? And I have a strong feeling when our baby is born, for some reason, for the first time in history, there will be a competition for sexiest baby alive. And we'll win it. You know? What's going to come out of her? This sweet, fertile womb. This mother of 9, 10, 11, 12. She's a mother, you guys. And that's what I really needed in my life also. I needed a woman who would love me and remind me of the love that my mom had for me. I was only 15 when my mom died, and she died in my arms. And I used to think, who else would ever love me? Until I came across your charm. You know? I used to think about it. And I used to blame everything. I started taking drugs and all those things out of a so-called depression. And my dad would tell me it's all in your head. Maybe it was making me stronger and telling me that one day you'll meet your wife. And that day might be sooner than you expect. You know? Guys, it's not easy to be loved before you can love yourself. Think about it. How many times do we live and wake up and try and earn money and send to people who even know won't appreciate it? But here's someone who, even if I had a coin, I would tell her, look, out of this coin, this 1 kwacha, 19 ngwe is yours. 10 kwacha is mine. Because out of this 10 kwacha, 9 ngwe I will use on you. No. And 1 kwacha one ngwe I'll use on myself.
You always give me.
I would always try my best to love her with the little I have, because I know when the time comes, I'll buy her nice things.
I love you, babe.
I love you too. But I'm not done, okay? This is what love can do. And if you guys have never seen me cry, I will cry if I have to every day to prove my love for my wife. No woman will ever make me cry except my wife. And my mom, she was the only one who would ever make me cry, like at the time of her death. But I never thought any other woman would make me cry. And there's no woman out there who can say that I was in love with her, because I wasn't. I used to treat all of you bad and just cancel your calls or ignore you the whole day because I never loved any of you, and I knew it from deep down. But now I'm in love, and nothing will come in my way. I will expose you even if you say hi to me, because I don't need your hi. Where were you when I was single? Where were you when I was running up and down in a bar and you were asking me for free drinks instead of thinking he's trying to make money and I'm just trying to take it away? Where were you when you were putting yourself in my budget? Where were you when you were laughing at me when I was working? And yet she was there, staring at me, staring at me, and she would stand at the bar and see I'm busy, but she would wait, you know? And I would ask my friend, like, aren't you going to attend to her? And he would say, no, she's actually waiting for you. And then our eyes met. And I thought I was the only one who had really nice brown eyes. As you can see. But she's got these beautiful brown eyes. They just compliment her everything. And I always tell her, I wish I met you a long time ago. But God knows why everything happens, right? I would have still loved you.
I know.
And I'm so grateful, Miriam.
I thank God for preserving you for me.
No woman will ever make me go on my knees.
I know.
Except you.
I know.
I have her name tattooed on my body, proudly, 3 times, in 3 different places. You know? So that when you try and ask, can I have your number? I'll be like, and you see the name there. No. Or you try and ask what time it is, I'll say, I don't carry a watch because my wife's name is on it. And even when I turn and we're in bed and I look the other direction and I'm not facing her face to face and she's looking at my back, she'll see her name here. You know, I did this to give her assurance that I'm all hers. And that's all I need in life. You know, if you can't find someone who loves you enough to tattoo their name on you or want to have a family with you, then I don't know. Some may say I'm crazy, but I'm not. I'm in love. And I can even tattoo it here and everywhere for her. Because the Bible has taught me the true meaning of saying, in marriage, you are one. You are one body. I am glad to be part of her body. I am glad. I'm all yours. This is all yours. You can do whatever you want to me. Anything you want, baby. I'm giving you my permission in front of the whole world.
I know.
You can do anything. And if I ever refuse, call all our relatives and let them sit me down. And let them rebuke me.
Yeah.
Because I'll never return back the plates I took
Yeah.
for your bride price. And I'll never take back any day I said I love you. I love you, Miriam.
I know.
I love you. I'm telling you. And for her, guys,
King.
for her, I would do anything. I would do anything. Sometimes I feel like she put something in my food once upon a time that's made me crazy like this.
Lord.
I feel like that. I mean, she does sell good products that keep men in marriages. I know a lot of people, guys, who have benefited from her products, you know? But it's just genuine. I don't think there's any juju out there that can make you do what I've done, the crazy things I've done, you know? Trust me. Some may call me crazy. It's fine. I'm crazy in love. And I'm fallen. I've fallen hard. Okay, when I fell, it was a cuempa. It wasn't just a normal, I'm falling in love. I fell there and then in love, you know? And I used to do crazy things even at my workplace.
Oh.
Even my boss would be like, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? I'll be like, I'm serving her, you know? All the other customers who know me, who used to know me, I would serve you just there at the bar, but for her, I'd always come out. I would always stop working because of her, you know? And for the first time in my life, I never felt like it's fine if I lose everything for her. These others, I used to think, this one, no, it's not worth it. But for her, it's worth it. It's worth everything. I'm telling you, it's worth everything. Even if she were to wrong someone, you know, I would take the blame. I would go to prison for her. I would do anything just so that she's happy. I'm telling you. And that's why, if she's not there in the afterlife, I don't want to go. I don't want to be part of that afterlife. And God knows how much I love her. It's not a joke, guys. I'm in love with her. And I'm doing this today because come next year around this time, oh, God knows where we'll be, where I'll be confessing my love to her. And when our baby is born, I'll be telling her and him and them, when they ask, Dad, who was your first love?
Point of correction, Chipeta. Me and my husband run Millie Beauty Products, in case you didn't know. Him and me are
One.
one mfwaka. So ngamlero lera tibazabwerera kuja mwana Mike timukazienda chita eyes mwavala mamini. Forget
Forget
Talk
it.
about how ladies would flock in the bar just to look at other men, even the married ones. Talk about it.
Oh, yeah. There are a lot of them. I can even start naming you. I just have to look at your pictures. No, like really. Especially you who come with those highs in my inbox. Hi, I think I've met you somewhere. Obviously, you met me at a bar. And I wasn't buying you drinks. You were with someone who you were lying to and having him buy drinks. You know? And I used to just look down on you. And I thank God I actually used to work in such places so that I could know who's who and who's not. You see, the thing about Millie is that when she walked in, she wasn't all over the place. You know? She was just seated. And when I looked in her direction, our eyes met. You know? And my eyebrows already like pointy, and I was like, wow. You know? And that day she didn't have any makeup on. It was the real thing. The real deal. Like what it is now. Like what it is when we fall asleep. I fall asleep with the real deal. You know what I mean? Even when she puts on her makeup, she does it for me. And I noticed as time went by, she kept coming and she kept looking hotter and hotter and hotter. And I kept praying, like, I hope no man walks behind her and they hug and kiss. And thank God no one did. You know? Thank God no one did. I broke a window at Munali Mall. I slammed someone's head into the window there at Munali Mall. It's even still cracked. You can go and check it out. Because she came to me, he was bothering her. I don't know if it was true, but she's like, hey, that guy touched my boob.
And his own.
And that time, we had just started. You remember the way I just came around, like, grabbed him. I literally just went like, and pushed him on the window. And that's how the night ended. For those who were there on that night, there was a very big event. But I didn't care what celebrities were there. Just like today, I wouldn't care what gun you point at my head. For this woman, I'll go to the end of the world. I'm telling you guys, I'll go to the end of the world for her. You know? And it doesn't matter what people say, whether you have time or not, whether you have bundles to upload what you want to say. I don't have to prove that you're frustrated. You know? It's visible in whatever you do, you guys. You know? But you can see in my life, I'm not frustrated at all. I get heavier by the day, or I get fatter by the day, as some would say, because I'm happy. I've got peace. I'm loved. And you guys don't know the real meaning of love. Trust me. You know? She's a manifestation of God's love for me personally, not for you. She's not sharing her love. You know what I mean? Just for me. She's that manifestation. Women used to flock at the bar. And some would even tell me, no, that man, just give him something strong, or let me order a drink on his bill, but you make me something lighter, you know what I mean? And then I'll get some of the money. And I just used to look at you. A lot of you, and I'll be like, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Where you come with men even who are married. And some men, I know them, and I would even tell them, like, guys, you know you're married, last time you were with that woman, today you're with this one, what's really going on? Others, I even used to advise them that one has been around with everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, man, thank God for Millie. That's all I can say. Thank God for my wife, you know? And if she tells me any day, thank God for my wife. My wife, yo. I'm so happy. You guys don't even know the meaning of happy. Like, I'm boasting right now because I have every right to boast. You know what I mean? Guys, I don't know. I can just stay home and be quarantined every day of my life. I'm telling you. I can be home every day of my life, and I think that's what I'll be doing. But I don't leave her, even when you see us everywhere we go.
Let me even play your song.